compassion and pity he deserved. I mean, I've been trying to get Bree to go out with me forever. We texted and talked, but I had to beg her to meet in person. She has a thing against firefighters for some reason, and now she probably thinks she was right when she was so wrong. Mac opened his mouth to respond, but closed it when two of the other guys on their 8-man shift beat him to it. Hell, the two approaching were idiots Tex rarely had patience for on a good day. The ringleader, a guy they called Narc because he never kept anything to himself, smirked. "So, Tex, I hear you blew it with the chief's daughter." Next to him, Narc Jr., a guy who shadowed Narc's every move, laughed like the giant goon he was. Tex blinked. "What?" "You know, Bree Gilchrist, hot as fuck, blue eyes, blonde hair, big, dimples." Narc cleared his throat and looked around. Not seeing their lieutenant, he leaned in closer. "You had my respect for getting a date. God knows we've all wanted to. Couldn't close the deal, though, could you?" He held his phone to Tex, who watched a video of himself getting doused. Tex leaned forward. "Motherfuck. What are you all doing over there? Slacking off?" their lieutenant boomed. They all jumped. The LT had a mouth that didn't know the meaning of the word whisper. Narc turned with a smile. "Not much, LT. Just bonding with the second-best unit in our squad." "Suck it, Narc." Mac glared. That earned a scowl, followed by a mean grin. "Say, LT." Narc and Narc Jr. approached the lieutenant and a few lingering guys who gathered to see what the fuss was about. "Check this out." Tex heard him play the video. Mac shook his head and in a lower voice said, "Seriously, Tex? The battalion chief's daughter?" Tex felt ill. "I didn't know who she was. Hell, I never even got her last name. I swear. We just met in person for the first time last night." First time and last time. Tex swore under his breath. As pathetic as it was, he wanted another shot at Bree Gilchrist. He'd had the hots for her since first seeing her picture on a dating app. She'd been sweet and funny online, their conversations never boring. But she'd been even better in person, as brief as their date had been. Just thinking about her made his heart race. Too bad a petty ex had screwed him over. God, he should have blocked her as soon as he broke off with her. His LT scowled at him. "Shit. McGovern, let's have a talk in my office." Narc and Narc Jr. laughed at him. The others offered their condolences. "It won't be so bad," Mac murmured. "Just tell him you're done with her." Tex stood and sighed. "Not like I'd even started with her to begin with." He hoped this would all blow over without any major repercussions from his chain of command, and that he'd managed to get over his small infatuation. Even after the ass-chewing he got from the lieutenant to make better decisions, he still regretted that he'd never gotten a chance to show Bree how charming he could be. But her dad, the battalion chief? He shuddered, knowing his track record with women. Better that it ended way before it had a chance to begin. 5 months ago, the Lava Lounge, Seattle. Hanging with the guys at a bar in Belltown, Tex enjoyed a cool pineapple margarita while his buddies Mac and Reggie razzed him for drinking something fruity. But come on, it was a tiki bar. How could Tex not have something with pineapple somewhere in the title? Brad sipped from a concoction mixed with rum and coconut milk and didn't say much. The crew of 4 got plenty of second looks, some friendly and others not so friendly. As firefighters, they had to stay in shape. But Tex and the guys liked to take it to another level. All prior military men, they knew the value of a good piece of gear on a mission. Hauling around equipment while wearing the fireproof suits and self-contained breathing apparatuses, SCBAs, that helped them breathe through smoke and ash, had shown that having a fit body could mean the difference between life and death. For them as well as the public they served. While they had bonded as brothers, both as firefighters and ex-military, they certainly had their differences. Tex and Brad had served in the Marines, Reggie in the Navy, and Mac in the Air Force. Tex did best with women, though Brad and Mac never seemed to be hurting. For 2 years, Reggie had been in a long-term relationship with a woman. But recently, things had grown rocky between them, so they'd gathered for a morale booster for the sarcastic bastard. They were their own...